Hey guys, it's Pro Dumpster Diver right now, back at it again. I usually do a lot of the YouTube videos when it comes to dumpster diving, gold plating, silver plating, and setups right now. So I have a new unit and we're going to do a video on this right now. It's going to be pretty long, but I have a feeling you guys will probably watch this a couple times right now. So I'm going to go over some of the basic of stuff right here. Here we actually have small mini containers, and these containers actually contain gold scrap in it. So we'll pull up this one right here. This actually has, let's say, CPUs inside of it. The CPU ends of it, they have a bit of a bristle in it there, but these are pretty good. I have a couple of these that are basically laid out. This one over here actually has some gold-plated jewelry on it. I pulled that out of a dumpster and I put those in. Right now, this is very, very good. I always make sure these aren't falling into the cracks. This metal shelving unit I actually got out of the trash. I got this unit out of the trash, and I got this black unit out of the trash as well. You can get anything out the trash nowadays during the pandemic. All right, so let's go over it. We have some CPUs here. For those of you who know about it, this is Intel Pentium right now. Let's go ahead and check that out. This is Intel Pentium MMX Tech right now, and this back here is a very, very important one right now. This is pretty good for those of you who can get a look at that. So yeah, I have a couple of these here. I have the other Intel ones in here as well. There's also some AMD. There's other AM ones. This is an i86SX. I have some of these there that I did find, which are pretty good. I have a couple stacks of stuff. I do have to put them in Scotch tape so they don't fall like all the way down. In here, we basically have, some sim chips and stuff like that. And these are printer chips I have from ink that I found. So I put those in there as well. That CPU pieces right now. This is some military pins in here, as well as AV pins as well, which are pretty good. They're always good to have right now. All right, so let's get to the other stuff. This right here, I basically found Sun Microsystems chips, and I decided to tape them and put them in here. I don't want to lose them because those, these things are really, really good. So I actually have two sets of them and a larger set. This right here, for those of you who remember from the other recent vid, these are diabetes strips. And diabetes strips are very good. They're a lot gold plated on the end of it. I actually found these that somebody threw out, and so I put them in a piece of plastic and weighed it. It's 156 grams right now, but these are pretty good. All right, people actually buy these online. Okay. This set right here is basically a lot of gold plate little pieces that I found. I put them inside of this, and this weighs 70 grams. This will actually net out a good amount of gold right now. All right, so let's go to the other section here. These right here are gold plate molds, so when I melt the gold, I can put it in here. I believe I have 1 gram and 1 ounce as well. So what I will do is, you know what, let me open this up to see what this actually is and show you what that would even look like right now. So let's do that. So if I'm looking at it, yeah, that is an ounce gold piece in there right now, which is pretty good. This is a graphite mold. Graphite molds are very good to have right now. That is a large one there. This one, I believe, is a gram right now. Oh no, this is, I don't know what this is. I don't know. I may have ordered the wrong thing. I will double check that, but I believe I should have had a gram one. Oh, they flipped over. Oh, they gave me the wrong thing. Oh, look at that. All right, I will go online and order a gram one then. I ordered a gram one and an ounce one right now. And either this one is an ounce or the other one is an ounce, because I know there's silver bars right now, which are not like that. It's probably half ounce maybe. No, they might have given me the wrong thing. All right, I will leave it that way. All right now. All right, well, let's continue. Okay, so on this, we basically have some jewelry gold-plated pieces here. These are nice. This right here inside of this little part, this is CPU pins. So the bottoms of CPU pins are cut. These are very, very fine. I keep them up here on a little award piece so they don't fall off. What you basically have here right now is you have some gold-plated finger pieces. You have some chips. You have some BGA chips. You have some SIN chips. So this is basically basically just an assortment I had from when I started very long time ago, like last year right now. So this was weighed at 183 grams. As I said, like I could sell this little ball right here. This is a pretty good thing. I used the apple juice containers that were, I forgot the name of this company, but this company, it sells apple juice in jars. I forgot the name of it, but it's a pretty good, it's not Mott's, it's something else. All right, here I basically have 202 grams of just Sim chips right here. As I said, I could sell this too. This is a nice little thing that I basically have right now. I can always hold there. Let's see what we have here. This right here is 151 grams of assorted. Again, it's another little assortment right there, which is pretty nice. All right. Now let's get to this. This is the jewelry. So I actually have some solid jewelry in here, 14 karat, 18 karat, 10 karat right now, which is pretty good. Those do come in handy. And if I could briefly go through this right now, this piece right in here, I have some pretty good stuff there, is about 2 grams of melted gold right there as well. And then in here you have some CPU pins as well. They do come in handy. Alright, so let me zip that up. Alright, and let's continue. Alright, so here, this is a little something I found the other day. This is some gold-plated huge chunk of God knows what. And I know it's gold-plated, or it may not be gold-plated, but it may look like brass. I may dip it in and double-check it right now. But that is one huge thing. Alright, so on this, you basically have a few more gold-plated pieces. These are nice here. Alright, and here you basically have a small little peanut jar of chips right now. This I would crump up, put inside of a fire, and I would have to dry poach it right now. This right now, oh man, this is a heavy sucker. Okay, 760 grams. Inside of this does contain chips, gold-plated watch pieces, that's gold melted parts here. You have a lot of mini gold fingers in here. You have CPU pins. Okay. We have a CPU chip. Is that an Intel chip? I think that's Intel. Yeah, you have an Intel chip in there as well. All right. This is a very, and you have a couple of melted drops in there. This is a very nice piece right now that I'm planning on keeping there. Okay, here we go. This beautiful. Oh my God, you can make sex with this. Look at this. 2 pounds of all gold-plated pins here. Look at this, okay? This right here is all gold-plated pins. I got the jar at a dollar store, and I decided I want to make it all clear to actually show it off. I don't even want to melt this. Like, look at how pristine and everything fit in there. It's exactly 2 pounds of all of an assortment of gold-plated computer pins, very small, fine military pins. It's all gold-plated there. And look, even the cover is clear. Look at it's Christmas right now. It is absolutely beautiful right now, and I basically have that. But yeah, like you even have the HDMI piece in there. Like, this is beautiful. I really don't even want to melt this right now, but I'm planning on keeping this the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to put that back there. Okay, here you basically have, this is, when you think of antenna pieces and sound pieces here, all this is gold plated here. I cleaned out a makeup bottle and put it in and made it clear as well, so that goes there. This, let me get that. This is basically just a larger assortment right now of that, of gold plated air pieces, music plug pieces, but it does have, I did label some stuff that went in it. Okay, so let's get to another smaller assortment there. This is an assortment of 554 grams right now. So basically you have some other chips in there. This is very beautiful. I actually do like it right now. I actually put it inside this container from the dollar store and sealed it in. It looked really, it looked really nice, yeah. So you have some gold fingers in there. You have some other stuff right now. But yeah, this is beautiful right now the way it is. And I truly do like looking at this right now because it's an assortment and you can literally see the gold. And that's one of the best things. You want to see the gold there, okay? So I'm going to put that there. Okay, now we're going to get to more complicated stuff right now. Okay, so for those of you who know, okay, this right here, these are DMD chips. Now, DMD chips are very expensive. Okay, it does take time to get a hold of them there. So I'm going to pop these open for you right now to basically show you DMD chips, okay? So on one side of them, basically, you have the pins, okay? And you can actually see the gold plating there right now. I believe the number is 728. Yeah, I believe. And on the other side, you basically have that clear part there. These can be ground up, hit with a hammer, smashed, but make sure you burn everything, you put it in acid, and get out all of the gold. I've seen too many videos online of people specifically taking DMD chips like this, and you're taking some gold, but not all of the gold. You are losing 2/3 of the gold when you melt this the wrong way. Please don't do that. I actually got these off of eBay, and I'm very happy about it for a very cheap price of like $30 for all of them. But this whole tray is worth way too much right now, maybe 10 times the price itself. Because again, you have DMD chips, but there are some chips like these, which are worth a lot more. Look at this. All of this is gold plated right now, okay? And you can actually crack the inside of it there. It's very, very good. And what I did is, again, I got this container at the dollar store. I do try to keep everything organized right now. No, this is not $3.99. But I do try to keep everything, oh, actually, no, I went to Hobby Lobby for this. But then I found the other one at the dollar store. God damn it, markup. Yeah, so again, do your best to shop around for containers. For me, I really like to keep the gold instead of just melt it, because to me it's worth a lot more. But DMD chips, when you find them, do some research online, because I have a feeling you guys are throwing a lot of these things out. Don't do that, okay? Remember, a majority of my stuff I basically just gotten in the garbage as well. But this whole collection here is worth a lot more than you think. I haven't even gotten to the peripherals yet, okay? Trust me, I even found this stuff there. That, we haven't even gotten to it yet. Trust me, I'm going to blow your mind. All right, so I have this little container over here, and this little container basically contains some gold-plated stuff in here right now. You have ink parts, you have stuff for film and cell phones. Again, this is an assortment there, but this is going to be the last direct assortment. All right, that right there that I just spent 10 minutes going over is just the top shelf right now of gold-plated, gold filled, and some of the stuff is actually solid gold. All right, now let's go to the next one there, okay? This little wooden tray right here, I actually picked this up that someone had thrown out, and I'm gonna see if I can bring it forward to show you guys right now. It is a bit heavy, by the way, as you can obviously see right now, but I do want to be careful with it. So let's just briefly go over it. I can bring the camera in here. Okay, so you basically have these. Now, these are not RAM chips, okay? Those are RAM chips, okay? In fact, I believe I can pull one up for you. Yeah, okay. This is RAM. Okay, as you can obviously see. This is RAM. Let me shove this back down in there. Superman. I have this stuff so wedged in, so tight, I have to use a hammer to knock it down sometimes. Okay, this, I thought it was RAM, but I took it to an expert. It's an assortment of RAM. So some of the stuff here isn't exactly RAM, but it's an assortment of what looks like it, right? So I basically have this stuff in here right now. Let's pull one of these out there, right? That's not really RAM. It's like an old IBM piece there, for those of you who can actually see it. But it's other stuff there, as I said. I kept this there. It makes up half of the stuff, and it looks pretty good, okay? As I said, that's just an assortment of gold scrap. Now here we basically have the scrap laptop RAM. Now the scrap laptop RAM, if you can actually clearly look at it right now, again, it's just laptop RAM, but it's scrap. Some of this stuff, let's see if I can get a number on something here. This before appears to be 1 gig. See if I can get that. 1 gig, yeah, 1 gig. The other ones are 1 gig, 512. So what I did is I basically got the assorted laptop RAM, and I put them in sets of like, 7 or 10 or so, and I put Scotch tape on them, and I basically have them here, and it's pretty good. I can take this up right now, and yeah, they go pretty far in right now, but it's pretty good to have it. As I said, a lot of the stuff you can keep. You don't have to melt anything there, okay? So basically you have the laptop RAM, you have scrap older IBM RAM, and then these right here, you can actually find these right now. This is a bag of 1 pound of gold scrap. So if you clearly look at this, you can tell that's the CPU backing without the metal part in it, and then you have some gold fingers in here. But all of this is measured out to be exactly 1 pound right now, where it basically is. Let's look at this. So yeah, and then the back part there, this right here, let me explain what this is carefully for those of you who don't know. These are PCBs. PCBs are very small little parts there, which will work for circuit boards. This is actually plated, gold-plated CPU pieces right now. I'm very happy that I have this. I have about, there's 300 pieces I got so far, and it's a bit more, but as I said, this stuff comes in handy. So let me see if I can put this back, because it is a bit tricky right now. Okay, come on, get in there. Oh God, this is what happens when the stuff like it. The frick is that? God damn it. Okay, all right. So apologize for that. Okay, so still top shelf. Let's go to look at this here. Okay, this here is basically gold scrap parts. So as you can see, let me properly open this up for you. This, if you look at it, you can see it's all gold. All of it. All of this is 100% directly scrap, and it looks beautiful. It really does. All of this is gold plated as well, and it's all larger pieces. I believe this is 2 pounds, but the reason why I'm keeping it is because the gold content of it is very, very high, and it's very, very good to have right now. I couldn't tell you what this is worth, but it's pretty good to have. All right, let's put this back. All right, now let's go over some things that are kind of underrated. Okay. Now, for those of you looking at this, you can basically tell, well, those are ribbon cable pieces. Yeah, but guess what? They're all gold plated. All of these in here are gold plated, okay? Never underestimate the power of anything gold plated. The reason why I keep these is that these are light in weight, but yet they're still gold plated. Now, this is an actual glass jar somebody had thrown out, and I got the ribbon cable pieces. All of these pieces are gold plated. Now, I guarantee you, if you're smart, I'm going to melt this, and I'm going to get more gold out of this than all of this, all of that, and probably all of that. Do you know why? Because this here itself is lighter, but it still has gold content. That gold content is making up 50% of that ribbon. Again, it's lighter. It's unlike RAM. It's direct. It's kind of like when they cut the RAM itself, you have fingers at the end. This is basically what you would have, but the weight is less. Remember that, okay? It's very, very good. Now I'm going to put this back before it breaks, okay? Now, for those of you who also look, you can see the back there. I have some BGA chips there. I have this full to the top right now, and I have this one almost full of chips, Intel chips in there. Those are BGA chips, dot chips, ETA chips, and everything. I'm very happy about this here, because it took me a while to actually fill this one up, and then I was able to fill that one up and separate some of them. But yeah, I mean, I could pull that out and go over that, but you guys know what that is. I'm very happy about that. Okay, that was the first shelf, second shelf right there. Okay, now let's go over this. Now this is gold fingers. Now this baby is heavy. Let's see if I can. Alright, these are gold fingers, for those of you who already know, and this is a very, very, very large thing of it right now. Yeah, this is a lot. This took a long time to develop, as you can see and look in there. There's different sizes. I'm seeing some pins as well, but yeah, most of this is basically just gold fingers there. The container weighs 30 grams right now, or 300 grams, who knows. But yeah, all this is basically fingers in there, so all of this can melt. I do not know the weight. I do have to buy a scale for it, so I will look into that later on. Oh my god. Now, I'm not going to get into the rest of it there. What I will do is I will go into the silver itself, because the silver was right next to it. Okay. So let's go over the silver, and well, before we do that, I have some rare coins that I have. These are rare coins, rare pennies. I will have to check those up. Alright, so let's go over this right here, since we all do scrap. Here we basically have, this is a packet, a clear packet, which you put papers in it, and I repurposed it. This is the silver scrap that goes to circuit breakers. Okay, they've been cut up. Somebody threw out a unit. I cut it up, bashed it up, and put it in here. It's got a lot of silver for that there. Okay, and then I have another pack of some rare coins and stuff like that. I'll put that up. Okay, so this here, as you can see, is silver circuit breaker contacts that I put in plastic here. It weighs 437 grams, so about a pound. All right, you can figure out what a pound is, but you still have to clean it and melt it. I believe this is another pound here right now, 454, yeah. And that's basically just the circuit breaker connection points there. Okay, this right here again is basically just the scrap. So all I need is the end points that's there, as well as that piece. And I found a little clear container that I could use to put the rest of the scrap in. So basically it keeps it nice and neat in a box, and I put tape around it so the stuff don't come out. But if you look at it carefully, you can actually see, yeah, that's pretty organized in there. You can actually see the silver pieces right there where all the silver is. So all of this would basically have to melt. I would put it in acid. I would not try to burn off the silver pieces by hand. That would take way too long. Way too long. Don't waste your time and basically do that, okay? So I'm going to put that back there. This is silver RAM right now. So I do have silver RAM. Silver RAM, I mean, I'm kind of iffy about it right now. If it would take up more time and money just to do that. That's silver RAM that I basically have. This is sterling silver right now. 430 grams of sterling silver. Happy about that. All right, and I have assortment. Now let's get down to other things. That is silver RAM. Let's get down to Mylar, because we got to talk about this. Sorry about the video. Okay, this is Mylar. For those of you who have keyboards, you know that when you press the keys themselves, you push a button and stuff. These wires here are silver. They contain silver itself, and it's very, very important. All this is silver. Some of the other stuff isn't. Maybe carbon. Now, what you do is you take these, you have the keyboard, you open it up, you expose the plastic Mylar, you can cut these into sheets, and then you basically put them in acid. Again, there's videos online for that. But when you do that, you take them up, and you can actually use this stuff here and to extract silver with it. Okay, so I take mines, I bundled up in the sheets, and I put them into sheets of 100, and then I put them into color-coded bags. So this is an orange bag of 100 sheets of Mylar. This is a yellow bag of 100 sheets of Mylar. This is a silver bag of 100 sheets. Green bag. This is a red bag. That's a white bag there. I have to put a blue bag there, but I have to find one for it to go. And this bag here is basically just 10 pounds of Mylar itself right now. Okay, so all of that, there's silver in all of that. When you get it, you burn it down, you use lye. Again, please do your research, okay? This is just my one shelf of that, which I'm very proud of, by the way, because I still have my other investments. I'm getting into real estate right now, and I'm doing pretty well. So as I said, in this economy, everything is up to you. Just please make sure you have everything you need. Do your research with what you have in life right now. I know times are tough, but if you guys really want to make it, you can. All right, like there is no excuse, because I dive in dumpsters for this stuff. Okay, now that's just basically the first shelf, and on the bottom of it I have some other electronics and stuff like that there that I've basically found. Okay, now let's do this. See this stuff here? These are printer chips. Now printer chips, these go on the bottom of printers and stuff like that there. They go on the bottom of ink as well that goes into a printer. What I do is I take a screwdriver and I take some of them off. And that's basically it. And I have about 84 pounds. Yeah, 84 pounds of all of this here. I don't play around, guys. I get it in, okay? And that up there is basically just some silver things with cell phones. That's a little, oh, well, yeah. I got another little box in there, which has printer chips. I forgot all about that. Oh, more gold for me. Okay, now these are peripherals. So when you basically have a monitor or a computer desktop screen, you have peripherals, and there are these things in there that basically connect the circuit board to the screen itself to amplify the picture. These things in it have a large majority of gold. So what I will do is I will actually go in here and kind of show you like a stick. A stick basically you have a large piece of gold right there. You have gold going all over the angles. You have gold in this part here. And sometimes you turn it to the back, you will see a lot of gold. Now this one here, I do want to show you this. Look at this. That is gold. Someone had a video online where they actually put it in acid and peeled it off with their finger, and they were able to touch it as well. That's how thick this stuff is, okay? And so, yeah, I have a very large plastic container of this. I'm very happy about it right now. But that's not even the most of it. The most of it is here. I actually found this plastic container that someone threw out, and I filled it with all the peripherals that I dumpster dived right now. So I probably literally, look at that. That is full of peripherals right now. I'm not going to say there's probably 50 pounds of that, but there is a lot of that. And as I said, I'm very happy about it. I got to work my ass off for this stuff. Okay. All right, and that's on a shelving unit, a metal shelving unit right now that I dumpster dove as well. Okay. Now let's get to the stuff that you guys are going to be able to understand. RAM. Okay. So I made this little wooden box at work. And this little wooden box, basically, I kind of screwed on the ends of it, put some tape there to go around the end, as well as a thin bottom. And in the inside of this is RAM. All of these little things you see are RAM sticks. Let's pull one out here. Man, that's really tough. Yeah, because I really hammered. I think I actually pulled one out over here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, you're tough. Come here. Come. There we go. Okay. This is a ram stick. And this little ram stick makes up all of this here. Now, I do not know the weight, but looking at the dimensions, you have 12. This is a 15 by 15 box of ram sticks. I don't know what the size of it would be, but hopefully somebody can do the math and figure it out. But yeah, the ram sticks in here are jam-packed so much where I hit them with a hammer to squeeze them in. So yeah, that's one thing, okay? So that basically is RAM. That's the peripherals there. Now, also what's here is basically when I take apart computers, I take the hard drives out of them and I put them here. I found a 2 terabyte the other day. I'm very happy about that. And then a smaller Dell hard drive. So I have this stuff there. I can sell this on eBay. I can sell the hard drives on Facebook Marketplace. They go up. I also made this little box at work. Now, this little box contains CPUs, all types of CPUs. I have to sort some of them out because some of them may be valuable. Right now, the ones that are no pin are very good, but they do not have as much gold on it as the other ones do right now. Pin ones. The pin ones, once you hit a pin, trust me, you're done. You're not coming back from that. So this is a nice little box of, it's just all CPUs in it. Okay, put the hammer on that there. This solder someone threw out the other day. Let's see what company this is. Kessler. This is plastic resin core solder. Okay, this is heavy stuff. I'm putting this stuff online so other people can actually get a chance to get it because, again, I don't need it. I don't need solder. I don't do soldering. I do gold. Okay, so that right there is just this one shelf of all gold-plated stuff there. Okay, and that's that. All right, now I basically have an entire box. Now this box is interesting. So there's circuit plug ends on USBs, on computer cables. I take the end plugs, I cut them up and I cut them off and I put them into bags here. So I probably have about 15 bags of that right there. I'm very happy about that. I have wipes in here. I dumpster dove as well. This little container right here, help you guys out with that. This container is actually composed of all the cell phones. Good cell phones, bad cell phones. Someone threw out a BlackBerry, and it actually has the case and it has a phone in it. There's some other good phones in here right now. I have to go through all of this one day. Oh, this stuff is beautiful. Someone threw this out. This is a hard drive. That's another one, and all that stuff was in special cases. Like, you're rich, man. But yeah, I have some good cell phones in here. Some definite ones, so I'm going to sell some of this stuff online so other people have access to have good phones during the pandemic. Because I know if you guys aren't making enough money out there, if you need a good phone, let me know. I could probably hook you guys up right now, okay? Go to my website, Child Branch or something like that, so I can help you out, okay? All right, so that's that right now. I have smaller stuff there. Let's see what we got. Okay, and I have hard drive hands right now in there as well. It says fingers and chips. Yeah, beautiful stuff in there. Okay, and there's like 4 boxes of that I'm really happy about right now. And there's the silver wrap. So as I said, you guys can do this. There's nothing stopping you right now from being a better you. Okay, so let's go to the nitty and gritty, okay? This here, every dumpster diver has electronics that he basically finds and he keeps. So I found some stuff that I want to keep, okay? And here it is. I found a game holder console controller thing that looks like an Attack 5. This is beautiful. I'm keeping this and bringing this to my apartment. I found tablets in here, tablet 1, tablet 2. There's a mini screen in there. There's a camera in there as well. I found Nooks in here. There's another tablet. I got like 10 other tablets somewhere. There's the Amazon stuff. There's the wiring. Now let's go over. In here, I basically have a security section. Okay? So this here basically has a wireless screen. Inside of this, I have miniature cameras. I have a smaller camera here. I have antenna pieces to increase the range. These pieces here, this is a Swan security camera. I have about 4 of those. Someone cut the ends off, but I'm going to splice them anyways. Simple, okay? I have so much antennas and camera equipment in here with a soldering iron. I can do anything I want with that, basically. I can wire an entire house just with this suitcase. Look at that. There's a very large car antenna in there right now. I can do a lot of stuff with this, yeah. So this whole little case right there is worth a good $500 there. And you can even pan the cameras with that, okay? So let's go over to this is the other scrap right now. So in this little red bag that I have here is all just copper. All of it is just copper. It's beautiful. Like, I could sniff this shit. Well, I gotta edit the video. Yeah, but this stuff is just so pristine, right? So I'm also taking this to my car. So I'm gonna put this on this and I'll go over this later. Alright, yeah, all this stuff is copper. You have some dental teeth in here right now. This is just copper, brass, and stuff like that. This other stuff in here is basically electronics that I have. The Game Boy, which is nice. AT&T hotspot, battery backup right now, car piece, Pokemon. Oh shit, I'll put that online. Yeah, I got walkie-talkies in there. I have charger. This is a drop pad, DVD player to place everything. Yeah, all the stuff that I have in here is good to have and always use. You never know when you need it. Okay, so that's basically one thing there. I have an entire set of DVDs somebody threw out. I'm selling these stuff online right now as well. All of this is 3 crates of DVDs. Okay, so let's go over some of the juiciest shit yet. I'm gonna bring this card out there and pull it out so you guys have a better look of it. This right here is what I dumpster dove, and some of this stuff is just this week. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers that I dumpster dove. All of this stuff here is copper wire. I got out the trash. I did not pay for this. That's why it looks like shit, but it's okay. I like it. Okay, I got some of this wire here. I actually got this out the trash and wrapped it. It was cut into pieces, so I just wrapped it and put saran wrap in it. I really did want to keep it, but the problem is I have to pay for the storage unit because, you know, women. Anyways, the copper pieces here, this right there, all of this is copper. That's all copper. So I'm going to cake all of this and sell this tomorrow. I'm very happy about it, by the way. Hard work does pay off, but the difference is, at the end of the day, I have to be smart. If I sell this and put the money into investments, it's gonna fare me off better in the future. So I have to start thinking of me in the future right now, because dumpster diving is great. I love it. But I shouldn't be dumpster diving at this age at all. I should be doing shit with my life, you know? I should be in investments. I should be in real estate, making more money. But at the end of the day, you do need to start with something. So I can't just keep using my regular job money to do that. One day I'm probably going to have a wife, I'm going to have kids. So I need to do whatever I can. And selling this stuff and making the money off of it is a pretty good investment. So I think this is going to be one of the best decisions I make, to sell this stuff and do that and it's gonna make me some money. I'm gonna make a lot of money off of that. And this container is basically just full of bags of cell phones that I have, some CPUs that I have to change and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I still do have to make the better decision right now for my life, and which is very important. So as I said, I went over this. These are all peripherals. I do love it, by the way. I'm thinking what I can sell and what I can keep later on in life. I'll definitely melt the silver down because people will definitely buy the silver, but that's the gold right there. I might keep because it looks so good. All right, my name is Pro Dumpster Diver, and I am out.